Was one of those that romanticized having a baby.
Okay, first of all, I just want to say as a non-mother, I so much appreciate the candor in this video and how openly Megan's speaking about her experience of becoming a mom and raising a child. There's so many good points that she makes in this video. I wish that I could do a, a stitch, whatever this is, with her whole video. But go check it out after you watch this one. Right now, I just want to address this idea of romanticizing motherhood because I think it's something that so many of us women do. We have this idea of how beautiful and incredible it's going to be to become pregnant, to birth a child, to raise a little person. And of course, there is a lot of beauty and a lot of meaning to be found in that experience if it's ultimately the right path for you. But there are so many challenging parts and there are so many struggles that we do not talk about, that we do not see, that are concealed behind closed doors. And so if you are considering becoming a parent, if you're on the fence with this question of kids or child free, I really want to encourage you to have real conversations with real moms about what it's really like to be raising a child, the good, bad, and the ugly. Megan shares a lot of the points that we don't really touch on or talk about that much when it comes to the struggles that sometimes accompany raising a child. She, for example, has become a single mom since having her daughter. She talks about the fact that she's had to struggle financially, that it's meant making major changes to her life and really putting and prioritizing her child's well-being over her own, because those are the realities of being a parent. We need to prioritize our child's needs in order to ensure that they're raised in a healthy, happy manner that ensures their well-being. And so I want you to, again, make sure that you're consuming real content that talks about what it is to be a mom. I want you to have real conversations with real women about what it's like to be a mom, especially if you're considering becoming one yourself.
A mother that actually came on the internet, she came to our TikTok page to share a story telling us why she wouldn't have made that decision, what happened, and also why she would just stick to only one child, because she used to romanticize or fantasize of being a mother until she became one and she realized being a mom was not even a thing because of a lot of things that happened. I'm gonna play a video for you all to watch because it's a lengthy video, but she made a lot of good points. Okay, so hey guys, my name is Maria Davis and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So let me play a video for you all to watch, then we'll come back and talk about it.
I was one of those that romanticized having a baby. I told myself, oh, it'll bring me and my husband closer. We'll have our own little version of ourselves. I'd be such a great mom. They'd have his eyes and they'd get my hair and they'd just be so freaking cute. Not only did I romanticize having a child, but I was set on having multiple. Having a large family with someone I loved just seemed so natural to me, like it was a part of my identity as a woman, as a wife. Now, at 20 months postpartum, I have a very different idea on kids. I used to think everyone was a Debbie Downer, like, oh, once you have kids, that's it. Or travel now, because once you have kids, your life is over. I thought it was bullshit. Like, no way. I'm not going to be that mom who stops her life after kids. I'm going to keep on traveling. I'm going to keep doing what I want. I'm going to keep on working and progressing my career and moving up the corporate ladder. And while all of these things are certainly true, and tons of women every day are crushing their dreams, even with kids, what I failed to realize before becoming a mom was, yes, it's all possible, but it's also so incredibly hard. I had no fucking clue. No idea just how much of my life would change. How grossly I underestimated the effort, blood, sweat, tears, exhaustion of having a baby and going through postpartum. I had no clue how important a support system would be, how important childcare would be if a woman is trying to maintain her career. The toll that having a child takes on a woman's time, finances, and energy. Yes, I could have planned better, but when you're like me and you've been conditioned by society to want to be a mom because it's a woman's role to be maternal and loving, or you've internalized the idea that having a child with someone is the ultimate form of love, then yes, that first child becomes your reality check. I love my daughter. I love being her mom. Not a day goes by where I don't realize how blessed I am. How children are a dream for so many, and what an emotional roller coaster trying to get pregnant, and in my case, after a loss, can be. But my life has also gotten harder in so many ways. After having to quit my job shortly after mat leave because I got so incredibly ill from the stress, I was unemployed for 7 months and my savings tanked. So I lost my job. I lost my money. I lost my marriage. I lost my independence. Right now, I'm with my parents until I'm in a better financial position. And while I'm employed now, more than half of my paycheck goes to childcare. And whatever remains covers my daughter's living expenses. And I'm still paying off the hospital bill for her delivery on top of other debt. My days are very lonely. From 5 to 8, I care for Aya. From 8 to 6 p.m., I work my day job so I can afford her living expenses. And then from 6 until bedtime, it's just me and Aya again. Tried the online dating thing, don't have time for it. Wish I could socialize and go out more, but I don't have a car and I don't have childcare on those weekends that I just want to be alone. Wish I could travel more, but the idea of tanking my finances again just to haul around a stroller, car seat, carrier, toys, my suitcase, all by myself, makes staying home much more preferable. Some of you may say I'm making excuses, that I can still go out, that I can still have fun, that I can still have adventures. And to those people, I say, you try doing that with your kid or kids completely on your own, with no assistance and very limited finances, and you tell me if that's still fun. To my earlier point, a free, independent life is possible with kids. But the footnote here is if you have support. And if you don't, and you're a single mom like me, then in a way, yes, your life does temporarily stop. As it should, because your child has to become the top priority. Their needs now surpass your own. Their livelihood now surpasses your desires. This is not a rant against motherhood. This is not a dig against people who can afford round-the-clock childcare, or have supportive partners, or have multiple kids. All the power to them. This is me, I guess, speaking to all the wannabe moms out there. I get it. I get the desire around wanting to be a mom. I get wanting to start a family with someone you love. But our world, our economy is so incredibly different now. And our culture around working moms and providing them support is so incredibly unforgiving. Regardless if you agree with anything I've said so far, I think we can all agree that our children deserve the best, most loving, most nurturing, most stable households to grow up in and thrive in. And if you have even a sliver of a doubt that you can provide exactly that for any child you will bring into this world, then don't have kids. If you are in a culture and community where birth control is accessible, if you are in a position to educate your daughters and sons around the seriousness of having kids, then take all precautionary measures. As much as the woman's life becomes difficult, what we should really care about as a society is the quality of life that we provide to our kids after bringing them into this world. And having had my first child now and experiencing firsthand all the struggles I just talked about earlier, I can confidently say, whoever I choose to have my next child with, if at all, my list of requirements for that person and for our relationship is 10 miles long. 25-year-old me did not know any of these things. And 31-year-old me now can confidently say that if my daughter ends up being the only child that I have in this life, that's okay. That's great. That's fantastic. And what a wonderful feeling to know I did everything in my power to provide her the best life possible by focusing on her and her quality of life rather than society's expectation for women to be baby-making machines. Thank you for coming to my talk.
If only mothers can come out and start making videos like this. If only we can have so much videos from mothers that have made these mistakes, that, how will I put it, they've realized their mistake. If only we can see more videos like this on the internet, I feel like people will be able to make better decisions when having children. I have few stitches to share with you, or I'd like to know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. Any opinion is accepted, but please make your opinion respectfully down in the comment section. Let me share the stitches for you all to watch, and I'll come back and talk about it.
Yes, it's all possible, but it's also so incredibly hard.
So go watch that creator's video. But in a nutshell, she basically explains that she wanted a large family before she was actually a mom, and just romanticized the idea of having children and this and all that. And she has one child now. And while she loves being a mom, she really goes into detail on how incredibly difficult it is on your career, your personal life, and your marriage. She explains that she lost her marriage, she lost her job, drained her savings, and has, at the end of the day, almost no personal time to herself to date, be single, take care of herself, nothing. And it's so funny now watching the younger generations. I'm talking about Gen Z, millennials, and maybe like the younger end of Gen X. If you look around and you kind of take a look at what the general sentiment is about children, a lot of people do not want them. Now, this voice is louder on TikTok and quieter in real life. But I've went out of my own way to ask a number of people that are older than I am. When I say older than I am, I don't mean like in their 30s. I mean like 50s, 60s, 70s. And I asked them, I'm like, hey, these people have multiple children. I've asked at least two men in their 60s or 70s the past 2 weeks. These people have 3 or more children. And I said, hey, if you could do this again, would you do it? And the answer I got from both of them was, I love all my kids, but I would not do this again. And like, so you talk to the older generation who loves their children, but would not do this whole journey again. And then you talk to our current generation who, quite frankly, is recognizing the financial, emotional, marital toll that children may have. And you see the overwhelming sentiment to not have children. Now, if you do have children, more power to you. I just hope you have a really strong support system, because it really does take a village to raise children. And being a single parent or even a 2-parent household with multiple children is incredibly difficult. And I say this because it seems to me, at least in my circle, I've been an avid churchgoer, a Christian my whole life, is that other older adults, once you get married or engaged or whatever, they're like, when are you having children? When's the children coming? You know, my own parents have those same questions for me. And it's like, I don't want them. And I've taken time to consider the cost. I've taken time to consider the cost that it will have on me financially, emotionally, on my marriage. It's not worth it. To me, it's just not worth it. And I think we should be accepting of all choices. And to be honest, whatever you choose, you should take time to consider the cost before it happens. The child, take time to consider the cost. Take time to consider if you can truly afford it. Same with not having children. That's my 2 cents. Peace out.
My daughter ends up being the only child that I have in this life. That's okay.
I love having an only child, and I wish more people talked about all of the positives of only children. I feel like the conversation around only children is always so negative. But the truth is, if you're someone who cares about the sexist division of labor in the home, having an only child really makes a difference there. A family therapist I knew told me that once a woman has a second child, if she's partnered with a man, the amount of domestic work and childcare she does just exponentially increases. Like it completely shifts the dynamic in the home. I also really love that I can give all of my attention and time to my daughter. I love that it's not split. I love that I can be devoted entirely to her. It's a fantastic, like, very special relationship. And if you ask my daughter if she would prefer to have a sibling, like, she will tell you straight up, no, she likes being an only. Obviously, every family size is valid and terrific. I just wish people would talk about only children in a more positive light.
Of those that romanticized having a baby. I told myself, oh, it'll bring me and my husband closer.
Not me. When I found out I was pregnant, I was like, this is the beginning of the end. This is going to be so difficult that it is going to tear us apart from the inside out. We'll never be the same, in a very negative way. This is going to be the most difficult thing that we will ever do, and we might not make it through. But luckily we did, and it's actually been really good. Like, I forgot that there are upsides, you know? Like, babies are really cute and fun, and it's all been good.
If you're still here, definitely you're enjoying this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video to whoever you think might find it helpful, and also thumbs up, okay? All right, no doubt kids are very adorable. They are a gift from God, and yeah, they are beautiful. Okay, it's a beautiful thing. Okay, but it's only that if it's what you really want. If you've thought about it and you be like, okay, this is what I want to be a mother, I want to have children, I want to have a child, okay? Not just because of society, like, you know, the way society paints this old motherhood thing, they make it look like, oh, it's a beautiful thing to be a mother. The only thing that a woman has come to this world to be is to be a mother and a wife. So if you're not a mother and a wife, you have failed as a woman. So that is I feel like that's what the society have actually painted over the years to make women feel like, oh, if you don't have a child, if you don't even have children, not even one child, because having one child is another story entirely, because having one child is like a syndrome. Nobody wants to hear you have only one child, okay? Having children is like the norm. They made it like that is what women have come into this world to do, to create children and to also get married. But now people that have done this in the past are coming out. Few people actually are coming out to let us see that it is not all that rosy. There is bad and there is ugly side of this particular thing that people are bringing to, make it look as if it's all perfect. I appreciate the fact that she actually came to make that video and post it on our channel, on our page, because she has a lot of videos like that, saying our story and everything, which is really brave of her, okay? And she said something like, people say that when you have children, you won't be able to travel, so better enjoy your life now till you have kids. We see all these things, people say it, okay? But then some people will come, no, when I have my own children, I am going to enjoy my life, I'm going to travel, I'm going to still be myself, I'm still going to work, my children are not going to stop whatever I'm doing. People still come out to say it, but in the reality, are they still doing the things that they are supposed to be doing if there was no child involved? No, the answer is no. Unless maybe they have help, they have help around them, they have people that can look after the children. If you don't have any help and you're the one taking care of this child, your life is like literally over. It's not 100% over, but before the things you can do easily, the things you always do easily, the things you enjoy doing that you do easily, you can't have your way anymore. And I feel like people should just like accept it. But some people say, oh, I can still travel with my kids, I can still traveling with your child, traveling with a 3-month-old child, traveling with a 3-year-old child is different from you traveling alone. Nobody's gonna tell you that. Until you experience it, then you will know that traveling alone is more enjoyable than traveling with kids. But people that want to have children and people that have children, they make it look like, oh, I'm still going to enjoy my life, I'm still going to do this. But are you really? When you come back from work, they're supposed to sleep in a quiet place. Your kids are all over you. They are disturbing you. Are you really living that life that you think that you're still going to live? No. Let's just face reality and let people just accept it. But most people, they will not accept it. But I feel like people that don't accept it are people that they have help around them. They can have like 3 nannies, they can have 2 nannies, they have someone that helps take care of the kids. So all they do is just enjoy their life, and or even at that, nobody can take care of your child more than you as a mother. So that part got to reality for her, knowing that in short, she was like, when she wants to step out, when she think about carrying a stroller, you know how many bags you will carry when you are traveling with children than traveling alone. Thinking of the load, thinking of the stress alone, she's already like, nope, I'm not going out. It happens, and that's the reality of it. People need to talk about this more, and I really appreciate that video. I want you to know what you all think down in the comment section about this particular video. Let me know your thoughts about this. And yeah, thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this one, and don't forget to like and share and comment and all of that good stuff, and I'll see you all in my next video. All right, bye.